Hello all, welcome to my video lecture. Today I am going to discuss about the direct form realization. So this direct form realization of the filter is under the concept of filter realization. Before going to this topic in detail, let me tell you what is meant by the realization. Realization of the filter is nothing but the drawing the basic building blocks of the filter. The basic building blocks are nothing but the either the delay elements or maybe the multipliers or maybe the adders. So it is a way of representing the filter in the basic using the basic building blocks. Okay, now we have different type of realizations of the filter. So we have direct form 1, form 2 and cascade, parallel and transpose and lattice and ladder structures. Okay, now in those today I am going to explain about you the direct form 1 realization. So the exam point of view you have to remember is in the direct form 1 realization we are not going to add or delete anything. So that's why we are directly implementing whatever the given equation. So that's why it is called as direct form 1 structure. So the exam point of view you have to remember the trick is in the direct form 1 realization the input is in the feed forward mode and the output is in the feedback mode. So this is the key point you have to remember. The input side is the feed forward and the output side is feedback. And one more point you have to remember is, so in the given difference equation you have to implement the input and output separate. You have different delay elements for the inputs and you have different delay elements on the outputs. So without delay let us do a problem based upon the direct form 1 realization. So here has given the obtain the direct form 1 realization for the system described by the difference equation y of n is equal to 0.5 into n minus 1 minus 0.25 into y of n minus 2 plus x of n plus 0.4 into x of minus 1 is the question he has given. So in this he has described it as a system, right? So we are talking about the filter. It means that here our filter is the system. So you are going to realize the system means here you are going to realize your filter. So the first step you have to do here is, first of all let us write the equation here. Y of n is equal to 0.5 into y of n minus 1 minus 0.25 into y of n minus 2 plus x of n plus 0.4 into x of n minus 1 is the question he has given. Now in this first step you have to do is you have to make all the input terms as a separate variable. All the input terms here, the x of n and 0.4 into x of n minus 1 is the input terms, right? This is the present input and this is the past input. Anyway these two are belongs to the input side. So you have to make this. So let w of n I am taking, let w of n is equal to x of n plus 0.4 into x of n minus 1. So according to this the equation, this is 1, if I am telling, the equation 1 becomes y of n is equal to 0.5 into y of n minus 1 minus 0.25 into y of n minus 2 plus in this you have to write w of n. Now this is your equation number 3 and this is your equation number 2 and 3. Now I am going to implement equation number 2 and equation number 3 separate. So first of all I am implementing the equation number 2. So equation number 2 I am implementing it as, see here. So this is the input, right? This is the output, right? So input is actually feed forward mode. So I am taking this here, it is x of n. Okay, so the delay element, how many delay elements are? One delay element is there. So here z power minus 1 is the one delay element. So the output is, so here if it is x of n, here this is x of n minus 1 after adding the delay element. So and it is multiplied with the coefficient 0.4. So here you write 0.4 and this is going to add at this point. So gives you what? W of n. So this is the W of n, right? So this is the W of n. Okay, so this is the equation number 2. Okay, now I am implementing the equation number 3. Equation number 3 is implemented in the feedback mode. So it means that, for example, here feedback mode means reverse mode you have to apply. So here only I am drawing it side by side. See here. So y of n you are taking here, and here in the element two delay elements are there. Okay, one is -1, this is my -2, this is one delay element, and this is another delay element. So feedback forward mode. So here the output is y of n minus 1. So it is multiplied what? 0.5, and here it is multiplied with 0.25 minus 1, and these two are added together, and it will be added to what? W of n. So here it is a W of n. So you can add this to W of n. So this is the resultant. Okay, so that's why this is the equation number 2 and this is the equation number 3. We are going to add these two to get this structure. So this is the direct form 1 structure. Okay, similarly, for the practice purpose, I am going to do one more problem here. Now the next problem is y of n is equal to 2 into y of n minus 1 plus 3 into y of n minus 2 plus x of n plus 2 into x of n minus 1 plus 3 into x of n minus 2. So what is the key point? You have to represent all the input terms as w of n. So let w of n is equal to x of n plus 2 into x of n minus 1 plus 3 into x of n minus 2. So tell me how many delay elements are need to use? 2 delay elements, one for this, one for this. So that's why, therefore y of n becomes 2 into y of n minus 1 plus 3 into y of n minus 2 plus w of n. So let us implement the equation 1 first, later equation 2. So equation 1 is for the feed forward method. So x of n you are taking here, and you are adding what? Delay elements here, z power minus 1, so which will be multiplied with the 2. Okay, next is z power minus 2 with minus 1, sorry, which will be multiplied with 3. So here the output is 2 into x of n minus 1. Here the output is 2 into n minus 1, n minus 2, 3 into x of n minus 2, and these two will be added here, and you are going to add this point to this. So you got w of n. Okay, now let us do this, equation number 2. So for doing the equation number 2, this is feedback process, right? So we'll start the y of n here. So y of n z power minus 1 will be given into 2, and here it is z power minus 1. It is multiplied with the equation the coefficient 3, and these two are summing together. So this will be equal to 2 into y of minus 1 plus 3 into y of minus 2 is given to what? W of n. Okay, these two are leading to y of n. So this is the direct form 1 structure. Okay, similarly, let us practice for one more problem. Let us practice for one more problem. Y of n equal to 2 into r cos omega naught into y of n minus 1 minus r square into y of n minus 2 plus x of n minus r cos omega naught into x of n minus 1. See, whatever may be the question they have given, don't scare about it. Simply take all x of n terms as w of n. So let w of n is equal to x of n minus r cos omega naught into x of n minus 1. Now according to this, the y of n you can write it as y of n is equal to 2 into r cos omega naught into y of n minus 1 minus r square into y of n minus 2 plus w of n. So this place w of n. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. So you have to implement the equation number 1 as feed forward and equation number 2 as feedback. So feed forward means, so x of n here. So at the input side we have z power minus 1 elements, only one delay element, that one delay element. So here the output is x of n minus 1 and it should be multiplied with what? Minus r cos omega naught. Okay, and this should be added to what? X of n. So here the delay element, the addition will be used. So this is the w of n. This is the w of n. So next is you have to implement this, right? So this is feedback process. So it means that from output to the input side you have to write. So here I am taking the y of n. So I am taking the z minus 1 here. So it will be, after passing this y of n, here it will become y of n minus 1. That one y of n minus 1 should multiply with what? 2r cos omega naught. So the coefficient here you are going to write is 2r cos omega naught, and z power another delay element, so it will become y of n minus 2, and this is multiplied with what? Minus r square. So you are going to add these two, and later you are going to add all these two to this. So you are going to add this to the w of n. So this is the structure of this question. So direct form structures. So students, I have used almost three examples for your better understanding. So if you want to have more, you can practice more number of questions. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ping me in the chat box. Thank you.